Are you ready, kids? Get your parents' permission, check your mailbox, and grab your shopping cart. It's time for the Adventures in Collecting podcast.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Dave. Welcome to Adventures in Collecting, where we talk toy news, culture, and hauls,
along with our journeys as collectors.
AICNN, where toy news matters.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Adventures in Collecting and a special AIC News Bulletin. You are all here to find out who won this year's Archie tournament, and I promise you will not have to wait long to get your answer. But first, as is always the case, a little bit of housekeeping. So it is almost the end of the month, which means that it's you're running out of time to enter to win our big end of year or beginning of year contest, our giveaway. So I'm gonna remind you again, you have until December 31st, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time to get your entry in for the 2025 holiday giveaway. Once again, lots of really cool stuff in here, including a $100 gift card donated by a friend of the pod and friend of the community, D. Blake Makes. That is included in this instant holiday in a box, if you will. So you've got platinum editions from the DC Multiverse, you've got G.I. Joe Classified, you've got ringside exclusive elites, you've got Fanatics exclusive Funko Pops, a little bit of anime, a little bit of Marvel Legends, a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of soft or vinyl toys in there. Of course, we've got something from our good friends at Handmade by Robots, Savage Crucible, one of the best releases of the year, if you ask me. Lots of really cool stuff in here. So the only way to enter this is to visit our Instagram at AIC_podcast and throw your name in the hat to win and bring all this stuff home. Jumpstart your collection, spread the wealth, whatever you feel is best. But yeah, so pinned post, you have just a couple days left if you're listening to this as it airs on Monday, December 29th. So and I can give you a hint too. January's giveaway is really cool. That's all I'm gonna say. We're starting off the year with a bang. So from that to some other news that we have, which is really exciting. We recently announced that we have a new logo. So we have a new Archie that is commissioned by one of our favorite artists and a huge member of the community, Plastic Vampire Art on Instagram, but Chris Ramo. He is the packaging designer over at NECA, and he is an incredible artist. We loved his work before we even knew him personally, but we commissioned a new Archie from him, and we absolutely love it. We think he's finally arrived in this new design, so much so that we decided to finally pull the trigger and open up our own TeePublic page, which you can find at AICPodcast.com/links. You can find a link to the store there, and you can proudly emblazon your body with our logo if that's something that you see fit. Right now the shirts are on sale for just a few more days, so $16 a shirt. Full disclosure, we get $1 if you buy a shirt. So if you enjoy listening to Adventures in Collecting, you enjoy watching, you enjoy our content on Instagram, and you want to support us, this is a fun way to do that. I already ordered one. Frankly, I'm excited to have Archie on my body. I'll probably wear it to conventions and things. That way, when I'm out and about, people see the logo maybe and recognize me. But yeah, I'm really excited that we're starting to get a little bit more out there. We've got new stickers coming, new pins. We've slowly started to replace the old logo wherever it has been previously with our new updated Archie. He looks heroic. He looks, as people have called out, he looks yoked, as the kids say. So yeah, just really excited that we have a new logo and that we were able to partner with such a talented artist. Please check out his other work, Plastic Vampire Art, at Plastic Vampire Art on Instagram, or at Plastic Vampire. Yeah, Chris is fantastic. He does amazing work, especially if you love like tiki and horror. There is a lot to dive in from him, and yeah, and he's always doing new stuff. He's got a Roosevelt's collection out. So yeah, shouts to Chris. We are big fans of his, and we are excited that we can be part of his portfolio. We love our Archie, and we love the new version of him. So thank you so much, Chris. And yeah, again, AICPodcast.com /links. You can find the link to this shop. And you get yourself an Archie shirt, or if you feel so inclined, a pair of socks, or a fanny pack, or a mug, or a shirt for the kids. So yeah, lots of fun stuff going on there. With that takes care of housekeeping, at least the majority of it. One last thing. Top 10 list. It's coming. The next episode will be Dave and my top 10 from 2025. So perfect way to kick off the new year by closing out the previous year with some top 10s. So that one always seems to be a popular one. And we're gonna see if we can get a special guest back with us. So stay tuned for that. With that said, let's get into the topic at hand, which is our Archie tournament winner. So rather than, you know what? I'll make the announcement. So let's make the announcement first. Of course, the final came down to Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classified, both previous winners of the tournament, both juggernauts, Goliaths, if you will, in the industry, and both honestly deserved winners. So regardless of how it turned out, either one would have been a solid pick. Both cleaned up throughout the tournament with wide margins of victory, and yeah, they both edged out some pretty tough opponents too. So shouts to some of the underdogs or upcomers that made it all the way to the semifinals. So we had Jada Street Fighter, which fought its way through a pretty tough field. I mean, if we look at just Jada Street Fighter's trajectory through the tournament, right? So their first matchup, I'm just scrolling through here to find it. There we go. So their first matchup was against Mezco 112, super established line, very, very big fan base, handedly beat them. So they beat them 71-29. They then had to fight off Mezco's 5 points, which again, handedly they beat, so 88-12. Then they went up against Star Wars The Vintage Collection and still managed to get past them, so with a 60-40 split. Then we had the Jada Street Fighter versus Storm Arena, the 112 Street Fighter duel, and they took that, again, handedly, so 75-25 over Storm Arena. And that put them in the semifinals against Marvel Legends. And while they lost 66-34%, they still put up a hell of a fight. And then G.I. Joe Classified in the semifinals had to take on Mythic Legions. Again, a line with a tremendous following, a cult following, one would even say. And Mythic Legions did not have necessarily an easy path through. Their first round, they were up against Cosmic Legions, so their own like sister line. Then Anime Heroes, both very popular, well-known lines. Then they had to fight off DC Multiverse, and that was close. They just edged out McFarlane DC Multiverse, 52-48%. And then they had to take on Jada Scooby-Doo in the fourth round, and that was also really, really close. They only won 59-41, and then of course they caught the buzzsaw that is G.I. Joe Classified, in the semifinals, which they lost 79-21. So, of course, that brings us to Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classified. And without further ado, let's hear from the winners themselves now.
Hey everyone, BMAC here. I just wanted to say thank you for making G.I. Joe Classified your 2025 Adventures in Collecting Archie winner. If you thought 2025 was a good year, wait until you see what we have coming for you in 2026.
Hey everyone, this is Tony from the G.I. Joe Classified team. Just jumping on to say thank you for making G.I. Joe Classified the 2025 Archie winner. Happy holidays, and don't forget.
Hey everyone, this is Lenny from the G.I. Joe Classified team, and I just wanted to say thank you. Winning the Archie Awards is a huge achievement, especially when there's so many other awesome action figure lines out there. So again, thank you, and happy holidays. Also remember, Yo Joe!
Yo Joe.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
This segment is brought to you by our friends at Chubsy Wubsy Toys. A traditional mom-and-pop toy store in Little Falls, New Jersey, Chubsy Wubsy Toys brings you the best new toys from the brands you love without the hassle of pounding the pavement searching for them at larger retail stores. Visit them in person at their brand new home at 101 Newark Pompton Turnpike, Suite 1 in Little Falls, New Jersey, or online at chubsywubsy.com. That's CHUBZYWUBZZY.com. And tell them Adventures in Collecting sent you.
And now, back to the show.
Congrats to the G.I. Joe Classified team on another victory. They bested the Marvel Legends line, which I think surprised a lot of people because Marvel Legends had a really strong year, especially with their Gamerverse and some of their MCU stuff that they did this year. Just top stuff. If I were voting in this tournament, I don't disclose. I also don't vote in this for obvious reasons. But this would be like a Sophie's Choice kind of situation for me. These are out of the three or four main lines that I really focus on. Both of these two are chief among them, and I think they both had radically strong years. And you know, just the figures that are in this picture alone. So pictured here from Classified. You've got the Snake Eyes from the Polar Bear 2-pack, you've got Retro Cover Girl, and you've got Crystal Ball. Three incredible figures in their own right. Standing tall over the MCU Daredevil, the Gamerverse Juggernaut, and the Gamerverse Wolverine. Again, three figures that are amazing. Truly incredible releases. The all Hasbro final never disappoints. And the G.I. Joe fans just showed up, showed out, and took down Marvel Legends. So they are once again the champions. And just to kind of show you some additional results here. So of course they win with a perfect 6-0 record. Marvel Legends coming in second with a 5-1 record, and then our tie for third, as I mentioned, the Mythic Legions and Jada Street Fighter. As we mentioned earlier in the tournament, as for the rules, so the team that wins the tournament will be the first seed in next year's tournament. And the toy lines that will be eliminated from next year's tournament due to getting a first round vote less than 10%. Will be Pro Wrestling Tees Micro Brawlers. They only got 7% in the first round. And I think there was only one other one. So Thrilljoy. Yeah, so Thrilljoy only got 6% in the first round. So they will be disqualified from next year's tournament. And then, of course, the tournament will change based on availability and releases. Next year will likely be the last year that McFarlane's DC Multiverse can enter into the tournament, which will be Interesting to see how that turns out. And then we'll have at the very least, two new toy lines coming into the tournament to replace the two that scored less than 10%. So those will be to be determined. A lot of thought goes into this tournament, a lot of work goes into it, and obviously a lot of voting goes into it. This was the largest voting turnout we have ever had. We tabulated, and I'm going to say we, I mean Instagram's poll feature tabulated thousands of votes for this tournament, which is just blows my mind how many people turn out for this. The fact that the folks that won, so shouts to BMAC, Lenny, and Tony for recording a little something and accepting our virtual award here as multiple time winners. They get to defend their title next year. So if you loved this tournament, there's another one coming in March. So every year we do Marvel Legends March Madness as well. So that will be coming, and that tournament, rather than ranking, that tournament will decide which figure you, as the community, want to see most in the Marvel Legends line. So if you liked all of this voting and you liked the style of tournament, we do the same exact style of tournament. So a March Madness style, 64 different Marvel characters that have either never had a Marvel Legends figure before or are like greatly in need of a redo. So like something that was maybe in those like first 2 or 3 waves of Marvel Legends. I'm looking at you, Mole Man. Yeah, so we'll take a look at the list that we put out last year, and any figures that got announced off of that list from last year will be removed. And we'll have a set of 64 characters for you guys to vote on in single elimination tournament. As always, this is a super fun way to end the year for us. We look forward to the Archie tournament, and we look forward to our top 10 lists and sharing those with you guys. So thank you everyone who voted. We're deeply sorry if your toy line did not make it to the end. There can only be one winner, but it's always an opportunity to share those polls when they're live in the stories and rally your troops, rally your battle cry, and get people to turn out and vote for your team, your toy line. There's always next year, and we're always excited to see what toy lines kind of crop up where and how far they make it into the tournament. There's always some fun surprises, some really, really heartbreaking matchups, especially in the first round this year. I mean, Transformers versus G.I. Joe in round 1 broke a lot of hearts, I think, right out of the gate. But yeah, it's always a good time, and every year there's always more and more voting. So thank you again to everybody that participated. Stay tuned until next week for our top 10 of 2025. That's, again, we love doing that, so we're super excited to get that in front of you guys. With that, this has been your extended AIC news brief, your Archie result tournament. Go buy a shirt, go enter our giveaway, and we will see you next week with our top 10 lists. On behalf of the entire AICNN news team, this has been your AIC Special Bulletin.
Thank you for hanging out with us today. Subscribe, rate, and review this podcast wherever you listen, and then tell your friends to do it. Thanks also to Joe Azari, the golden voice behind our intro. Learn more about him in the show notes. Our music is Game Boy Horror by the Zombie Dandies.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Adventures in Collecting, and on Twitter at AIC_podcast. Stop by and say hi. Show us your hauls and photos. Tell us your toy stories. Maybe we'll talk about it on a future episode.
Don't try this at home. Void where prohibited and some assembly required. Each sold separately, not a flying toy. Consult a physician if your toy run exceeds more than 4 hours.
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive Producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.